Hello. How are we doing tonight? It is Sunday night. I am nearing the end of this journey that I started 19 days ago. And yeah, it is hot. And I forgot my drink. Oh, God, I'm not going to make it. I probably have to take a break or end early. Or end early. Wowzers, excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to get ready for tomorrow's episode, and I was exhausted. And right now I just spend time with family, so I was start the show at 9, and I was like, I'll do 9:30, and then I just been hanging out. So then I bumped it up to 9:45, and now here we are, basically 9:50. And I just started. So let's remove the thumbnail. Hello. Whoa, I need to put a little bit more light. I didn't realize it was. I don't like it that bright, but I don't like it that dark either. Right in the middle, right in the mid tones. Futon, everything just falls off it. Sorry, I am exhausted. I have had a week and a weekend, and I don't know. I just wanted to chill tonight. Actually, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I need to relax. I didn't get a lot of sleep. Texas Frightmare is like one of the coolest things I've ever come across. When you gotta give in to it, like as a fan, you gotta love everything about it. You gotta want to learn. You gotta want to spend time with people. You gotta just talk to anybody. I met some really cool people. I didn't market like I said I was, but I did a little different. I was going digital, but then when I just started doing, I just started talking about it, and I just started sending people to the Facebook page. So I got at least like maybe 11, 9 to 11 people to go to it. So yeah, we're gonna talk this into existence. As much as I want the movies that we're gonna make, and we're gonna talk about them, I really want to talk the video store into existence. Just talking about it all weekend, I might lose my voice because usually at the end of a Texas Frightmare event, I will have no voice. So I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, just so I don't have to go so hard. And I'll drop the AC in a minute when it gets a little cooler. But yeah, so I made it. I'm back. I basically didn't sleep Friday to Saturday. There was no sleep. I got like 2 hours of sleep, and then Saturday to Sunday, I got 3 hours of sleep, and then I napped. I did nap on Saturday. I took a nap. I slept probably, and also on Friday, I woke up at 4. I was excited, but I took a nap on Friday for about 2 hours. Like about an hour. No, it was about no, it was about 45 minutes actually, because I remember it was right before I went to the party, and then on Saturday, I accidentally missed some signatures because I fell asleep. I just crashed out from 4 to 6 yesterday. I was so exhausted. I just said, "Nah, I need to go to bed. Let me rest my body." And I'm literally right across the street from the convention center, so it's like it's so convenient. Hopefully, I get the hotel again next year, and hopefully, we'll be a vendor there, and we'll have My Manic Movies home video store representing certain movies, certain things. But man, that's why I go to these things. But I talked to a lot of people about the video store, and they all liked it. I had a lot of good feedback. They liked the idea, and then honestly, I ran into comedians. I ran into two would-be comedians if they actually had the opportunity where they're at. They're from Louisiana, and they're like, "Man, we're in the middle. This it's 2 hours to of her nearest open mic." And I was like, "Do you guys have shitty bars where you're at?" Hell yeah, we do. I was like, "Just start doing open mics there. Like, just start showing up with an amp." He goes, "There, you got an amp." They do kind of like a music thing. I go, "Yeah, we'll just take it over, take a night, and you start spreading the word, and everybody shows up." And they had like they already had the 1-2 combo. They already had the guy that knows how to host, and he was already very like you could tell he would think about it. You know, he's a comic at heart, but he's also like a kind of like the way his mind works is very probably orderly, organized. And then the other guy was just off the cuff. Like it just he looked like a cross between Buddy Holly and Bill Murray. He was just naturally funny, and I just wanted like hanging out with them, and they found the page and they liked it. And what do you call it? I'll give some shout outs later, but or like maybe not today, but when I have more time. But they were so cool, man. These guys were like, I hope they go and take my advice because I didn't even realize this. I didn't realize that tomorrow when I go on stage at the open mic, it'll be number I believe we're at 17 or I think it's 18 because 15 just did it. I think it's 17. So I'll be at my 17th week, my 17th Monday consecutive in a row that I've gone. So in 4 weeks and a month, it'll be 21. But that's my streak right now there, and I'm trying not to break it. They have me scheduled tomorrow to work at the theater, but for like an hour. But I'm not available one day, so I'll have to go question about that. But what do you call it? When I go up there, I didn't realize that that gives me like experience time now. Even though I'm a year one rookie, like I can't be telling people what to do, but I can motivate people and encourage them to go, where they need to go. But I mean, comedies, I'm new at, but it's like businesses, working in startups, creating ideas and stories. I'm vetting that stuff, so I can just kind of motivating. I'm learning just to kind of learn how to be a motivational coach, how to be more uplifting, how to help. I just people are just always putting people down, and these conventions. I come back like energetic. I didn't want to go to bed last night, but I didn't want to drive at I didn't want to leave at midnight. I was gonna leave like at 8, but then I was just having such a good time, and my friends were just fun, and I was like, nah, man, I gotta take it in. I don't want to just go like stay and go and do the work. I didn't want this to be all business. Like the heart and soul of that convention is like late at night, hanging out, people getting to see all the spots, and accidentally getting to hang out with celebrities or talents. That's just at the right place at the right time kind of thing. But also, if you're not doing that, you're having conversations with people that are like they're just down to earth, people I would normally wouldn't like just interact with unless I had to like bring up a movie. Over there, it's always you just see what you like, what you're wearing, what you like. I wrote my Chainsaw Jerry shirt, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that got me a conversation in line. And it's just like, yeah, dude, I didn't even realize these things are like tokens or identity identifying badges or ID badges, but they help you out. Like, I think it's good enough. Like, what do you call it? I think they like it's pretty cool little icebreakers. But man, yeah, I ended up talking to a guy for one of the names I said I was gonna get. By the way, I got the names I said I was gonna get. I got them. I got the signature, but I met a guy in line, and he had worked at Hollywood Video for a year, and he I actually have the recording, and we talked about his experience working there and what he learned from it and what he liked about it. And just certain things that I appreciate. I appreciate him spending time with me talking about that. And I like that I got to record it because it's like I'll forever have it, but I'll remember like exactly what we said because I got like we talked for like a whole 2 hours because we had to wait that long. But well, maybe not the whole 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, maybe like good 90 minutes because there's like a good 30 minutes where I was that they put me like they could keep putting like VIPs in front of you. So once I got in line, they put VIPs behind me, so I had broke the chain with him. I was trying to get him. I come on, but well, it was cool. So I didn't really pass out cards. People wanted business cards, so I'm like, all right, that's still a thing. I need to do that. But I did end up. I got more. I got a few subs, but I got more phone numbers. I got like 8 phone numbers. So I gave my number out 8 times, and I like that. It feels more human. They probably won't have iPhones at this convention. The numbers I get back in text, but I'll say the green dots are cool with me. The green bubbles, but I think it's awesome that like it's a little more personal. I'm just like, dude, I spent the whole like 2 weekends, just 2 nights talking to you about movies and what you like about them and what you want to do in comedy. Once we got into comedy conversation, I was like, this is awesome. You take this conversation anywhere there's somebody that wants to be a comic, or there's somebody that is a comic, or there's somebody that's practicing to be a comic. It's like you'll find something, or you could just talk about stand-ups, or you could talk about, man, I really had a lot of fun with Greg and Sydney. God, they were so hilarious. Sydney was I want to say a performer, an arts performer. She has done movies, but she's kind of just taking a break. But I think she needs to get back into it. And Greg does he'll recreate scenes and stuff. So I'm like, I like seeing his stuff when he posts online during Halloween. He loves Halloween. I can't wait to the fall. I hate saying this, but I'm like eagerly waiting for football season. But it's more because I want to gamble. I want to have more fun gambling. But we shouldn't talk about that because we're not here for this, and we need to focus more on the business. But I'm looking forward, and also I want to do a fantasy football show on Thursday nights. What's during the Thursday night games? I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like them. I like Thursday night games, and even the players, they hate to like play Sunday and then Thursday don't rest enough, and I don't blame them because their body gets beat to hell, and you might get injured. And the games are never really that good. So usually a blowout or like a no show, but I like them. So, but I'll be like, that's a good time to like get the league together and hang out online and do kind of streaming like this so people can see how fantasy football leagues are going. I've been doing it for a minute. I won all this year. I made it to all the championships, and I won. And except in my own one, I made the playoffs, but I lost in the first round, and I could have won if I would have played the bench players because they were heating up during the playoffs, like Zaire White. I had him on. I picked him up on the waiver and I didn't play him. My bad. I had too many teams, but I won all of them but one. And I got second in that one. And so I want to say that I want to do the more into that since I do that. It's kind of like my Dungeons and Dragons. But that being said, like let's talk about the convention real quick. A lot of feedback I got. People like a few people didn't like that it's not in the old Hyatt airport, but a lot of people liked that it was at the new urban center because it's more spacious. They didn't like the crampedness, so I thought that was very honest. A lot of people. What was I gonna say? Yeah, let's see some of these photos because had a good time. I actually got in a little bit earlier than I was supposed to on Friday because they what do you call it? They just let me in. I was like right there, and they're like, "Oh, just go in." And I was like, "What?" And go through this door. Yeah, go. It was right by Wilcox. I was like, "Oh, awesome!" So I went in, but then I knew the next day they were going to have that like super beefed up defense security, and they did. They had it really, 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 really tight. But as I went on this journey, I will say this: this gentleman is gonna level up. So I have a level up challenge to collect tomorrow. Figure out how I'm gonna do it. But man, I do got a lot of video here. I do got a lot of things to share. So I need to get ready to post because I've been to 5 Texas Frightmares, and I've only shared one. I've only shared one photos, and that was my first one. So I got 4 that I need to share, and I need to share them. And that's kind of where I'm at with the. It's kind of been like I've been hiding them a little bit, not on purpose, but I've been like kind of been hiding them in just like a little archive, I guess. I mean, like I said, if you've been following me for this whole journey, I haven't had a lot of time to myself to do to work on a lot of things because of my son. But now he's getting older, so I have time to take breaks and work on stuff. But he's in school and whatnot. But what was I gonna say? What does that say? Oh, okay, cool. Um, I just want to say that I'm getting back into it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing this. This is fun, and I do want to say before we get started and sharing all this, this is expensive, and I saved some money for it last year, and I did sell off some stocks. I learned how to do a stock market. I mean, not the best, but I know how to have fun with it, and how to make some money off it. So I did make some money last year, and I made a little bit this year. So I use that money. I should use it for the business more than investing, but that's kind of where I went with this because this is a big one. Texas Frightmare is man, it's every time it's good. There's always so many good stories. There's always I always come back with something, and the story I'm going to share with you for this one is going to be at the way it ends. Like I want to say that I had a really good ending. Every time I'm in Texas Frightmare, I always leave with something new. I always leave with like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? And then what did I do last time? What did I talk about last time? What were we doing? But also, I this time I kind of feel like I caught myself playing more of this character you're gonna see a little bit, and I had to kind of rewind it. And the conversations I was having with a few people, they were getting a little they're a little too. I usually have playful conversations, and they're like, all right, so what are you doing now? You're doing a lot of things, and I was like, oh, I know. I need to kind of calm it down. And like, when are you gonna calm it down? Like, I'm doing it right now. Like the shows, like I'm doing a 21-day challenge of just streaming every day and learning more about myself. And they're like, well, good. I mean, keep it up, keep it up. But what did I say? What did I hear that it said? All right, I'll tell you when I get to this part of the story. But I do want to share something with you because I will say that the beginning of the basketball game, I think I did pretty good on this. I just like the beginning, the first like start of it. It just kind of went all downhill. The charity game, it was fun. The fact that we just got to play basketball on a Sunday, but man, I was exhausted. We played like basically for like 3 hours. And let's see, I'm just kind of going through this real quick to see if I can get a clip real fast. And I wanna show this to y'all. All right, because I did something cool. Let's see this right here. Yeah, here it is. All right. I did something cool and I want to show y'all. I want to share it with y'all. Um, I don't want to. Here, hold on. I'm sorry. I should have done this earlier, but I've been hanging out with the family. And let's see. He's right here. So I was hanging out with the family and I wanted to do that. Spend time with them. All right, here we go. I had this is how I started the game off. It got competitive. Like I was like, hey guys, you want to chill out? You guys want to relax a little bit? You guys are getting a little too. We're gonna win this game. I was like, you guys need to relax a little bit. I don't think it's like we're gonna really gain anything from this. I don't want anybody getting hurt. Apparently last year, somebody got hurt. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. So sorry, it's taking forever. Like I said, I'm exhausted. Like I said, I only got a few hours of sleep. So I'm a little tired. But it's right, no excuses. We're here. But when I was talking to, like I said, I was talking to someone that I like meeting all the time at the conventions, and her and I have like pretty cool conversations. Not like super deep or anything, but just fun. And also, she's from the horror world and the comic world, and we talked about that's what he said because there is a difference, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that about the comic conventions. I didn't know that there were different people, like different areas. Because a lot of people, there's some people that won't watch horror movies, and there's some people that like hate Disney. So it's like, it's like I'm just kind of like I like movies, I like stories. So all right, I got everything uploaded now. So we're gonna just do this one by one, and we'll talk about it. And we'll go by the story. That way we could have fun and we can get somewhere. Because the first person I met, the way it worked out, like I said, I kind of just went in there, and I wasn't what do you call it? Oh, I can't do that photo. Darn. The first person. Oh man, I can't use either of those photos, and that's the one I got to use. All right. Anyways, so I got to do something. But the first person I met was I panicked because I didn't mean I in my head I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get in there that early, so let me take my time. I'm not in a hurry. And then I did get in there early, and I was like, oh, what am I doing? I need to go pick somebody, and I didn't pick anybody. And a few of the people that I wanted weren't there because the screen people weren't there at all. And then but I was like, I want to meet, so I don't know who, and I should have got Michael Ironside. I heard some really cool stories about him. I heard that he was cool and pleasant to talk to. So I like he had good like stories. So I should have talked to him, and that would have been cool. But I had a little conversation with Michael Ironside, talked to him about just movies. He's always been like a villain, in the B movies, and then even in some like he'll play like a mentor, or he's always like he's in Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That bad guy. Like he's a pretty cool villain. He's in Scanners, and I believe that was a walk-in movie, not a walk-in. Christopher Lambert. All right, I got this pretty much set up, and man, I had a good time. I really did. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed being there. I took some photos for the gram, but just when I was saying I was getting interviews, I didn't realize I was really gonna get interviews. I didn't realize I was gonna what do you call it? I didn't think I was gonna actually be in line and just like interview people about video stores and be open about it. And it was so cool that they were like that because it allowed me to be more myself and just have a conversation. And half these people, they're just being themselves, and they're talking about things that they enjoy and they love. And I do apologize, like, hey, sorry, I'm being too intrusive, or just asking personal questions. Like, no, you're doing fine. So I know that I know that not to feel like that, not to feel like I'm being like annoying or anything. But I'm just so curious about half the stuff. Like, I really do enjoy. I enjoy talking to people, and especially about things we have in common. All right, so I need some drink too. So without further ado, I walked in and I finally picked somebody, and I said, you know what, I got to pick this guy because I just enjoy his movies. I think he's awesome. He's one of the cool guys. What do you call it? Cool guys. Why did I call him like that? Sorry. He's one of the guys. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. More respect. He's one of the guys that when I watched a lot of the movies growing up, and even when I was talking about him earlier, all the stuff he's recently done. And while I was talking to my family, it's about what, like, I already went through the story, and I'm like, I already used up the good stuff. But let's see. And this is how I was doing it too with them. I first met. I don't know why I said that stupid line I said earlier. He's just one of the guys that I really just enjoy. Like I was like, oh, I love all your movies, everything he made from the '80s and the '90s, and he's still making stuff now. So I kind of want to keep up with him. But I met Joe Dante. He's made great movies such as Gremlins, 1984, Inner Space, 1987, The Howling, 1981, Small Soldiers, 1998. I forget he did that one. That's a Phil Hartman movie, and that's just some stuff he made. So those are the top four. He's on IMDb, but he's also done. He made Matinee. I love that movie. I bought it. We should talk about. I should do one. He's made Explorers. He made Twilight Zone the movie. He made Police Squad. Or not Police. He was on a TV series. I guess he did 2 episodes. The Howling, Rock and Roll High School, Piranha, and Hollywood Boulevard. 1976 was his first movie. So I don't know. It was cool. It was more just this was totally a meet and greet. He wasn't like talking or anything. It was just like, hey, what's up? So there we are, Joe Dante. It was just fun to like see him, like just to meet him and just appreciate them. So usually, like big star, I would call him a big director. What do you call it? They always have like lines and fans, so I don't ever try to like take too much time. But it was cool meeting him. But I want to say that I love his movies, so big fan. And that's why I like, what do you call it? Oh, Rebel Highway. Forgot about that one. I'm a big fan, and I think the fact that I enjoy a lot of the like just the work that they do, and I appreciate it because it's gotten me more motivated and more understanding about like what you want to be around the people that you want to learn from. And if I only got this small window and I have to pay a certain price to get the token to pay to play, I'll do that. And I feel I've done that enough. I didn't mean to do this. I totally went in this as a fanboy, and I totally went into just like loving movies and thought I wanted to be around. I didn't realize being around people that were gonna love them, talk about them. And then all of a sudden it just been this year 5 for me. All of a sudden it starts eating at you. It starts telling you like, hey, what are you doing? What do you want to do? You're so close to these people. You're asking them questions because you're curious, but where can you use it? Where can you use the time? Where can you put into things? And learning from the people that are doing it is the best way to do it. And this is the only way I've known. And also like Indiegogo and being in people paying to be on people's movie sets. And I'm getting an IMDb credit, but I'm also just learning how they do things, how things run, so I can learn how to do my own. One thing I like about the Joe Dante signature, I didn't pay attention until now. It said so I get these made out to my son Maxwell, so these are for him, but so all personalized. So, but if you see like it says Joe Dante to Maxwell Joe Dante, but if you look at the bottom where on his shoulder he signs like for like Gizmo. I didn't even notice that till I was talking to my family right now, showing it to him. So that's pretty cool. That's like awesome, and I love that. I don't know, it just reminds me of my kid. Like when you're little babies, that's all Gizmo looks like a little kid. Gizmo, Mario, Mario. I can't do it. I'm tired. I got no juice. But yeah, I think the fact that we meet people. I say that. Let's say one of my quotes would be, meet the people. They say don't ever meet your heroes. I say meet them anyways, and just to learn. And see you're not gonna be best friends with them. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Maybe you hit it off. Maybe you meet somebody else. But maybe put them in a movie. Maybe they ask you to be in a movie. But what happens is you end up just supporting the arts, supporting them doing what they want to do, but also like it's kind of cool when you meet the person that made the idea or made the and even if they have like different ideas when they're older or they mature into different something else and it's not you anymore, like even that one moment in your time, so you can always go back to it. That's what this is all about, sharing the nostalgia, sharing the time with people that appreciate the things that you love. And I'm learning that by doing this because man, it is really like I see people post in the what do you call it, the photos. I mean, not the photos. Um, sorry. Oh, the older, not just older photos, but I see people posting the just all the time. I'm sorry, where we're going with this. I didn't realize that I did this to a lot of these photos here. I didn't pay attention when I sent them because I thought I was gonna put them in a reel, and now I'm upset at myself. Anyways, what was I saying? Just like just meeting people you enjoy seeing what they're doing, and you appreciate them, and I'm growing because I'm learning a lot just being around them. I'm learning a lot how to do this. Man, I do have a lot of cool photos I would like to share, but man, I'm exhausted. But we'll keep going. All right. So what ended up happening to me was on Friday, I was like, I prepaid for a lot of this stuff already because it was just cheaper for me to like that. That's basically how I financed this. I financed this in the past. So what I did is money that I had saved up in the past or that I had from like I said like my stocks or something. I just like I bought the photo ops. So like a month ago I bought a photo op. It sucks. I hate doing it because they can cancel. But you go as you get closer, I start. Texas Frightmare is usually good at it because I hate getting credit. I don't really want to credit. But what happens is you buy these photo ops and you end up what do you call it? You end up I just accumulate them. So I'd saved up some money and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get because I did splurge on one. I didn't really splurge, but I just said if it's not that expensive and I can make it, I'll get this one. So I believe I got I got four. So I originally bought three, and then I got the fourth one there because I was like, oh, I want to really get these ones. But I spent up 3 hours in the photo op area. I was up there for 3 hours, and it was crazy. It was like take a photo with this celebrity, all right, get back in line, wait, you're ready, coming up again. Take a photo with this celebrity, come back in line, do it again. It was like we are constantly going in circles. And I was like, wow, 3 hours just went by, and the lines, and my dogs were barking by like hour 7. I was hurting. All right, so I think all these photos got to be. Hey, somebody's in here. I think. Hold on, real quick. All these photos got to be reset. Oh yeah, all of them. All right, man. I can't believe I did this. Like I said, I'm exhausted, but little sleep, tired, having fun. But and also being sober around drunk people is so hard for me. I was like, I know I'd like when I would be around somebody sober, but they'd be like, oh, I know what I signed up for. I'm like, I know that too, but I'm not used to it. I don't like it. And then I'm a germaphobe, and somebody was trying to like be handsy, like just be like, hey brother. I was like, nah, no, I don't do that touchy stuff, man. Sorry, sir. As much as I'm like, I got someone for that. She's at home. But I was like, dude, and the guy got all mad at me. I was like, nah, man, like you're drunk, just chill. Like he's just trying to be, hey brother, hey, putting a headlock and shit. I was like, get away. Reminds me of junior high. He goes, yeah, he kept trying to get me in a headlock. And I was like, stop. It's not fun. Oh, what's up, JR? Check it in. What's up, brother? Yeah, just talking, man. I kind of started late. I'm exhausted. I got zero sleep. I did I left Dallas at like 4 in the morning. I came back this morning. Got here like at 7. And then what do you call it? I hung out. I didn't really get to spend time with my family because I had to be at the freaking gym. I got there late, like at 10:40, but I had to be at the gym by 10, and I was just exhausted, so I didn't get to rest. And then we like warmed up for like I don't know 30 minutes, and I was like, that's a long ass warm up. She's like, you got to warm up. You got to be warm up. We got to put on a show on for the people. It's like I get it, but this is exhausting. So I was like I put all my energy into like that warm up. So it was fun though. It was fun though. I do like it. It was a 3-hour event. So it was supposed to be 2, but I think we didn't really have worked out the kinks, or I guess it just happens, so technology and stuff. But it was exhausting, but it was fun. Like the Junk and Jam charity event that we went to, we got it's I have to tell you how it goes little by little at the end. I'll give you a brief summary because I do want to share. God, see, I'm tired. I'm saying share. I do want to say that I had a good time. It was fun, but I do want to. It was a cool little story. All right, we'll get started real quick. So I was upstairs at the photo op, and I basically was stuck up there for 3 hours. And I was like, oh man, I was like, they're all back. They're all kind of like 45 minutes apart. And so I was like, oh, let's keep going. And I found one photo op that I was like, should I do it? I don't want to know. One person I bought when they said last call, and I purchased it because I was like, I want to get them. So I got that one because he was affordable. And the other one I got because I was like, I'm pulling the trigger, and I got it. So because I knew when I was going to meet David Arquette, I knew I was going to get that one. Like that's a guaranteed I was getting. And so I bought that one a few months ago, or a month ago, or like maybe 3 weeks ago. But I knew he was gonna be there. And then I knew Lynn Shay was gonna be there, and I always know that Serena Vince is gonna be there. So I got those. I got her. I should have got Eli Roth, but man, that was gonna be like just a photo at least. But he was expensive. It was $100. But I think that's all. I think that's all the photos now. All right, cool. I got everything going. I think Eli Roth would have been fun. Oh man, they're back. Who is this? Why? $100 payment, then I will talk on video for full. No. No, I must block you. Unless you want to hang out, but if you comment again, I'm gonna block you. I could use the views. Anyways, like I said, around. All right. So what happened was, went upstairs and I just said I bought the first one right at the last call, and that was Adam Green. Boom. The guy that made Hatchet. He's what is it, Frozen? Like he's like, let me look him up real quick. He's this guy's an independent filmmaker. Give me some really good advice. I talked to him for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. No, maybe more than that, but not more than like 15. But Adam Green is an American screenwriter, director, producer, and actor known for his success within the horror genre with films like Hatchet, franchise Frozen, and Digging Up Tomorrow. He is also a creator, writer, and director, star, and showrunning. Sorry. He is also a creator, director, showrunner of the television comedy series Holliston, and singer for the metal band Haddonfield. So yeah, he's a metal guy. So he's a horror like filmmaker. But man, the advice I got with him was so badass. All right, I gotta boot you, but I'm gonna keep your comment. No, I'm joking. Deleting your comment. And thanks for showing up, guys. I got 6 people. Thank you. This is fun. I'm exhausted and tired, and y'all are like, we're gonna go through this because we're already at day 19. We are doing it. We're going. We just keep going. We're getting ideas and we're creating. And we're figuring it out, and we're having a good time. But so Adam Green, one of the things I enjoyed. I don't want to share too much on this, like what he gave me, because it's for me, and I want to share it somewhere else. But I just love what he said at the end. Just keep making movies, man. Keep making movies. Don't no matter what it is. Keep making movies. Make your movies. Make whatever they are. Do whatever it is. Just make it. If it's a short movie, make it. If it's a TikTok, make it. You know, this is gonna be a reoccurring theme about me creating things. But I was just telling them because when I did the meet and greets for Wizard World, he had one for him, Kate Hodder. They had Danielle Harris. They had quite a few people. And I opted not to do it. And then I started seeing a bunch of interviews about him. And I was like, damn, I want to meet this guy. He's so cool, man. Like, he really does. He interviews well. He's a well-spoken. He's smart. He's intellectual. He's a writer, you know? So I just saw, I was like, damn. So I remember that Saturday, I forgot. I think because it's in 2021. So I think I just think I forgot. Or, no, I didn't forget. I think that was one of those I was going to buy, and then they closed right before I bought it. And I was like, oh, man, I messed up. But let's see if I can find what I was looking for real quick. No. Anyways, but like, yeah, talking to him, and it was just awesome getting to know him a little bit better. And then, the last like 2 minutes, we really had a good conversation about movies and I asked him about his process. There you go. But his process, I was like, where's your like, how do you do it? And he's like, he's like, yeah, he also said, I don't recommend anybody doing the way I do it. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people have like their ways, and the way he told me, I was like, yeah, I could kind of see the way I could do that too, because I kind of was like, oh, I can see that. But no, he was and sorry, but anyways, Wizard World had the meet and greets first, so I was like, all right, let's do these. These are fun, and why not? We're stuck at home. Might as well talk to celebrities on a Saturday or Sunday or even a Friday. I think I spoke to somebody even like a Tuesday, and that was the best for availability for the schedule. But these things were great. And since I didn't meet him then, I just felt like, you know what? I want to do the photo op. I want to talk to him about double dipping. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Josh? So, I wanted to meet him. I want to talk. And he just gave me good advice on how to be a filmmaker and how to just get things out. So I was like, awesome. This guy's badass. So then after that, I did my, after him, I had my Serena Vincent, the lovely Serena Vincent. I had a good conversation with her, but it really more like she kept me in check. This is what I want to talk about too, because a lot of these, I think I enjoy, like, I was trying to think about it, like what I really like enjoy talking about her, talking with her, because kind of keeps it real. She shares ideas with me, and just I throw ideas with her, just little things like that. But I like, because she's also like, she's in the horror community, and she's in the Comic-Con community, like in the like sci-fi movies, Power Rangers, and she's in that stuff too. So I feel like there's not a lot of people that do both or cross over a lot. So I think that's why I always feel like I want to talk to her, and I always think she's cool. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen her, and I just started doing more photos. She's always like, she's always lovely, always well spoken, always cool. So I was always like, yeah, just gonna hang out with her for a minute. But I was like kind of like the Mitch character, and she kind of wanted CJ. So I was like, oh, I better chill out. So I just wanted to put Mitch away. But that night, this was Friday night. So this is when I was meeting people and taking photos. So I was like, this is awesome. Getting to meet, get to take a photo with her again. And she also told me, she goes, cowboy hat. Damn, you got it. I should have brought mine. I'm in Texas. Why not? So I was like, awesome. But yeah, she's really cool. Like I really like talking to her. So I always say if you get a chance, go talk to her. But also she's like sci-fi genre. So she, oh my goodness, there's a big old bug in here. She's like, she knows how to like talk about, but she likes, like, she's also part of Power Rangers. So I'm always intrigued by how people were on that show, and they have affected a lot of people with love and just encouragement. And I always enjoy like meeting a Power Ranger, and then it's like crazy. Like you're a Power Ranger when you're as an actor younger, but then you're an adult and you're actually like a Power Ranger to us. You have all these gifts and talents, and we always look up to you. So if you're in a horror movie and you die, or you're the heroess or the hero, we root for you. So that's also, she's in Cabin Fever, and I really like that movie. But I watched it like 5 times in a row, and I think I like desensitized myself. That's an Eli Roth movie too, and I was kind of like, man, I think I shouldn't have done this. Movie's kind of gross, so I kind of did that to myself. But it's a really good movie. I mean, if you have a weak stomach, don't do it. But there it is. What is that? That thing was huge. You see it? A freaking license plate. But then, all right. So then I did back to back to back, and then I waited a little bit, and then meeting Aaron Green was cool. Then Serena Vincent was always a pleasure. So I was like, I need to meet her. This one. I have to. Like, she's a comedian. She's also does like horror movies. She's like, she's done sci-fi. She's done every genre, and I'm like, I like, that's kind of me too. I want to be like that. I want to be more versatile. So, and then I just want to have a cool conversation with her, or just a small one. And that was Lynn Shay. Nightmare on Elm Street, Critters 1 and 2. So there's actually a cool little story with this, because she, what was I gonna say? She, I told her about Critters. Well, she was like talking to me. She was like, "How you doing? Hey, we just had a good conversation." But the first thing, this is one of the things I do love about when this happens. Because this happened a few times to me. I want to say more like a handful of times, but this happened a lot to me. But before I get there, a lot of the photos were hard to pick, and who you wanted with Lynn Shay. So I was like, I'm just gonna take a photo with her. She's from Insidious 2010, A Dead End 2003, Insidious Chapter 3 2015, Something About Mary 1998. But that's just like, she's in a lot of things. Like I said, Never on Elm Street, Critters 1 and 2. And then like I told her about Mitch. I told her about the movie, so I'm gonna talk that movie into existence. I want to make a feature about it. I want Robbie Lopez to make it. I want the same cast, I want everything. So I want to talk that one into existence. But one of the things I love, when she saw this photo, when she saw it, like one of the things, like it was crazy too, because when we did the photo together, like she was very gentle, very, hello, oh, you look so nice. I love the boots. And I was like, well, I love your outfit. She's like, oh, thank you. She's like, I had to get a little dolled up. And I was like, it's just a little sweater. And I don't know, just a little conversation, but just being like, and then we, take a little breath and take a photo, kind of like prom photo kind of thing. And then one thing I liked is when I give her the photo, they get it and they look at it, and then she goes, "Oh my god, this is such a good photo." And she like posts it. She always like, they'll show it to you, and then they get it back, and then they usually show it to their handler, and like, "Isn't that a good photo?" And then they show it to the person behind you, "Is that a good photo?" And then they show it to someone that's walking around, and then, wow, and she liked it. So I like the fact on this photo, you can see. She's like, "What do you want me to do?" Because we're talking about stuff, and she's like, "Okay, your name's CJ, right?" Oh yeah. I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "And okay, and your character's Mitch." I go, "Yeah." "Oh, I'm gonna make this out to Mitch." I was like, "Oh, awesome." So this is bringing him really more. I feel like she kind of crescent this photo, but she also put the heart. I think she was doing it for a lot of people too, but she put the heart in mine, and then she said, "You know what? I usually draw on some of the photos, but I think this one's perfect as it is, so I'm gonna leave it alone." And I was like, awesome. She's so awesome. She's so amazing. I didn't even get to talk to her about a lot of her comedies. I talked to her more about just her horror movies, but try just talked to her about Critters. And she just thought she liked it. She liked them to say, she liked the way they, she likes the fans. She likes the way that there was received, all the genre of the community received Critters. So that was pretty cool. But she was so nice. She's so beautiful too. Look, she's still amazing. She still got it. And I don't know, just it was a pleasure to be around greatness. When you're around greatness, you kind of see a little bit more. I mean, it's just minutes, seconds, whatever time you get. And I always appreciate the people that did it before me, because I'm trying to get in there. And yeah, I do Texas Frightmare rough. Like I just go. Like I don't stop. Like I get there and I just and it's like from nonstop. Like I got there at 5:20 on Friday, and Greg was already like, "Get your ass over here. Let's go. Let's go." Check-in was so simple. I didn't like that. I walked up to my room. I unwind for just a bit. I took off my shoes, put on my cowboy boots, put the Mitch outfit on, and said, "All right, let's do this. Let's rock and roll." Like I said, I was gonna go get my will call real quick and then catch up with Greg because he was already had been in line for a little bit, but they let me right in, so I didn't have to get. I didn't have to go. I got in instantly. So I was like, awesome. Mitch kind of paid off a little bit. So I got there and did the Joe Dante, and then went upstairs and did the photo ops. And while I'm doing that, one of the people, they arrived kind of late, or they got there. I mean, they didn't arrive late, but they just arrived later, and they have a big crowds, and you're like, oh man, who that is? So when you go up to your photos, and you get in the line, and you're like, oh, this is cool. As other people that like really appreciate this actor and this performer, but man, I think this guy's one of the coolest guys, just movie wise as an actor, even like being in the tabloids, being able to like even date, like even be married to like a high celebrity, and having a family with her for a minute or for a while, and just still being relevant as long as he could into the franchise. And dude, this guy's just so cool. David Arquette, dude, I was just like, dude, it's David Arquette, man. Like I love this guy. He's so amazing. Um, I don't know what to say. The guy he just makes it happen. He just plays the roles he's got to play, and he makes movies. Eight-Legged Freaks is amazing. Like we talked about that. I talked about how because I got two signatures, so I got to spend a little bit more time with him. And he was like, "What do you want me to write, man? Hey, man, like I don't know, he's so cool. Like, hey, what's going on? Hey, what do you want me to write?" I was like, "I don't know, whatever you like." And he was like, "How about what kind of quote you want? What kind of? Oh man, what do you want? You want something good? What do you want?" I was like, "Oh, dude, let's do Buffy the Vampire Slayer." He's like, "Oh, got it. Start a band." And I was like, "Awesome." So he made it out to me, and I always like people like that. Like I like make it out to my son, so I like to just kind of always be like, I made that one to myself. That's a personal chime for me. Like I said, I bought that one a couple weeks ago. I was like, I want to make sure if he shows up, I get him. Like I want to make sure that's like one of them. David Arquette and Lynn Shay. I've been saying that all this whole show. I wanted to get, so I went and I got him, and that was fun. That was super like, to be honest with you, that was like not only the fact that I called it, but the fact that I had to like wait because the time for Lin Shay, even the fact that I got what do you call it? I got a virtual ticket. Now that we got to talk about that, I don't have any on me, but they were doing these things as virtual tickets, and a virtual ticket basically is a what do you call it? So you have to wait in line. So you just kind of go and what do you call it? Is it this one wrong? Oh, I got the wrong one. So virtual ticket is you don't have to wait in line, but you get a ticket, then you come back later, or they call your number, and then you have to wait in line again. So it kind of sucks at that point. But I got the wrong video. But what happened was, sorry, I was doing two things and I messed up. But what happened was, sorry, I was trying to do two things. I caught myself. Look at that. See, sorry about that, people. No, I like bringing them to my son. So I was like, dude, David Arquette, Ready to Rumble. It's like one of my favorite movies. It's just a good movie from just hands down, just from like a movie from like being made from all the cameos it has in it, all the wrestling, all the like. It's just a fun movie. Like I really think it's like a good movie, just to watch, and a lot of people enjoy it, and I enjoy it a lot. Like I think it's what do you call it? It's one of those movies. Also had a buddy of mine, my best friend and I would watch it a lot. So it was just like a cool movie. We went to the movies to watch it, and it's just David Arquette, him and Scott Connor. Like you see the good friendship in there, and you see the camaraderie in there, and it's also like what I used to be in wrestling. So it came out in let's talk about it real quick. 1999. Let's see, where's David Arquette at on my IMDb? I looked up See Spot Run because I was like, it's his movie, right? I can't remember, and I was like, yeah, it is. So I was watching See Spot Run, but David Arquette, Scream 3, 2000, Never Been Kissed, 1999, Scream 2, 1997, Eight-Legged Freaks, 2002, and Ready to Rumble is, I think it's 1999. I think it's class 10, or it might be 2000. It's right on that cusp. Let's see. Oh, it's producer. Here's actor. And the thing I like about Arquette is like you hear stories about him that they're like, dude, he was at karaoke last time he was here, and he was having a good time, and he was buying drinks and bought the whole bar out, and he was just such a cool guy. And I don't drink anymore, and I don't condone drinking, but sometimes when I was doing that, that would have been a fun story to be around, or that would have been cool to like kind of just be part of that. But I've always enjoyed David Arquette, man. Every roles he'll take a good role, and this is a 2000. All right. So Ready to Rumble 2000. It's just such a crazy movie that I enjoy loving. Like it's well made. It's an MTV movie at that. Yeah, I'm a big MTV guy. Ready to Rumble 2000, PG-13, 1 hour 47 minutes. Um, Two slacker wrestling fans are devastated by the ousting of their favorite character by an unscrupulous promoter. So it's just like a like a hero's journey. I'll build it, but it's got a lot of cameos. It's got a lot of people that are in it that are like wrestlers, and just a lot of famous people, and then people that end up blowing up later that got more famous. But it's a great movie, and when I was talking to him about it, he was like, "Oh, I'm glad that movie like people still like that movie a lot." So yeah, it's like I saw it last month, and I was so excited. I was so happy about it because it's just such a good movie. It's did I do this again? How do I keep doing this? Or was it this one? Sorry. I'm trying to see if I got the right. Okay, here it is. This is it. Sorry. Here we go. I'm getting tired, and I want to show you guys something before I go to bed. Maybe before we get to the show over, because I'm almost done with conversations. Kind of done with everything with here. Sorry, I've been boring. I'm just tired. I've been through a lot today, and it was weekend. So, sorry. So, get out of here. All right. So, just like meeting somebody like Devin Arquette is cool, and you take a photo with people, and then sometimes you take a photo, and you're thinking like, let's do something crazy, and you get something calm, or you want to do a calm photo, and you get a crazy one, whatever. But I just had a good time meeting some people. I met way more people that I'll be posting about that I'm doing right now. Just kind of like my time, and I got 12 minutes left. I've been talking for a minute. So no, me and David Arquette is like just I love them in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love that movie growing up. We saw it at the theaters. I saw it with my tia then, and it's just it's a bottle time capsule of the '90s and kind of like sci-fi horror, and it was able to branch off like a lot of things. So yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a great, just a cool movie. And what do you call it? Here we go. So I was like, you know what? I always love like people that always like still around doing things and still being themselves. And I always have a good time when I'm around certain people at conventions, and these fellas are always a good time. Now I do want to apologize because I did plan. I came back with a lot of money, or money that I was supposed to spend, but I ended up missing an opportunity to get some signatures because I fell asleep yesterday from 4 to 6. By the time I got back to the convention center, it was too late. But let's talk about where I'm at and who I did a photo with. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre crew. I did it. I got them. This is I told you it's like a show and tell. This is cool. Right in front of John Dugan, Alan Danziger, and Ed Neal. So in front of Grandpa, Chainsaw Jerry, and the Hitchhiker. And if you see that gentleman in the middle, he's a Rudy. He was asked to be in one of his friends got the Lost Boys duel, Jason Patrick and Billy Worth, and she asked him to be in it, and he didn't pay for it. He goes, "Oh, it's okay, just be in it with me." So he got into it too. So I was like, "Hey, be in mine. Be like an Easter egg." So he's like an Easter egg here. He didn't be paying for this, but he'll do it. So I was like, "Come on, dude, let's check it out." Greg tried to get me in his. He got the Scream cast. I was trying to get it with Greg, but he was like, he had got it. He surprised his girls with it, and it's like only 2 adults. They used to do 4, and now it's just 2 adults and 2 children under 16. So I was like, oh man. So I didn't get to the Scream, and I thought we tried to sneak me in too, but it didn't work out. But not really sneak me in. I was just gonna try to see, but they're like right away. They're like, no, it's not gonna work. But this is always cool, like getting to take a photo with the classics. And this movie's already at 50 years, so it's the 50-year anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They got to be doing something with it. We got to help them out. See what kind of event they got going for the 50th. That's a big thing, a big deal. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a classic. It's a huge movie. Kind of popped off the genre of horror for everybody, and where we're at now. As you can see there, I'm proudly stout like Mitch with the My Manic Monday T-shirt, looking very vaquero there. And Rudy, very the opposite, vaquero, the alternative. I found out what that word is. Somebody told me, oh, the alternative is, and I was like, oh man, that's cool. I never heard that before. But those are my photo ops. Those people I met. But I'm gonna definitely not leave with this. I'm gonna leave with two stories. One about the convention, and then one with the basketball. Because I gotta talk about the basketball. But I didn't even get to meet a lot of people. Kevin Durant, God, he was so cool. He had a bunch of energy. His hair was all blonde. I think he was just such a cool look. I wish I would have met him, but I even had time. Like he was right there, and I could have been the second person to meet him, but I didn't jump because I was like, he's not on my list, but I would like to meet him, and that's why I didn't break character on that one. Daniela Harris and the bloody photo, man. I met a couple, Kevin and William, and man, I hooked them up with a Kane Hodder virtual pass. I wanted to meet him. I've talked to him again, but I was like, I don't really have anything to talk to him, and I've talked to him already a lot. So I'm like, I want to let the Kane Hodder one go because we did the what do you call it, the meet and greet in 2021, and it was a great conversation with Kane. And I had got a virtual pass for Derek Mulroney, and he was so cool, man. He had a bunch of energy, and he was just talking to people, and he was trying to get everybody in. And it was already late Saturday. The convention ends at 7. I woke up. I slept from 4 to 6. I thought I was going to do another power nap like I did before, but I don't know what 2-hour power nap is or sleep or whatever. But I woke up. It was 6. I had to collect myself. By the time I got out, it was like 6:25. By the time I got the place was 6:30, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre crew was gone. So I was like, damn, that was what I was supposed to get. So as I walk around, seeing those I can pick off, and I have a Derek Maroney virtual ticket, so I essentially could just kind of wait in line and get him. And he looked like he was going to be there for a minute and still meeting people. And then what happened was I was like, I could do that, or to my right, there's a gentleman that I met, and I didn't. I told him something, and he got on my ass then. And when I met him again, he got on my ass again, and it was a good talking. Great advice. The energy, the power that this gentleman has is crazy because he was giving like people to the side of his booth because he was in the corner. He was just giving people like free advice about filmmaking, and as they were listening to him, like they were there for like I don't know. If I said 30 minutes, I wouldn't be exaggerating, but they were there for a minute because I was walking around trying to figure out what I want to do, and I was just seeing them talk. As they were coming around, they'd be like, can I buy the combo? Can I get this guy's giving me way too much. Like it's too much. Like he gives you the truth. And he connects the dots for you. And I even share with you what he told me. But he I don't know. It was a great conversation because you see what the power he has. I mean, all 3 or 4 people, those people, they ended up being like, nah. It started a chain. So even it was already 7 past 7, and I was like, I didn't talk to him like 7:10. I talked to him for like 15 minutes, and he did give me great advice. And he gave me great advice then, but he was very like, this is what he said. He said, hurry up and make your damn movie because your first one's going to suck. You're free. And I told him, man, I've done 13 shorts. He's like, oh, come on. You already know how to do this. So get on it. I was like, I know. I don't have any excuses. But I was working the tail end of it because I had to pause because of my kid. But I wanted to say I was doing more of the business part, and the entrepreneur in me is now fully developed. And I was feeding that as well. I wanted to use that. I didn't. And then he goes, well, there. And I told him I was having an issue between the artist and the entrepreneur. I was having an issue. Was, oh, this is your entrepreneur, because that character is going to be already creative. So just lean into it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it's something I don't have to be so dramatic or anything, but it's just great being like, man, I told you I was going to do it, and I was getting so close, and I didn't. And all this other stuff I'm doing, it's just kind of like not really a distraction. It's just helping me understand like what I'm in the incubator. I'm marinating in all this, and what does it all come with? It's also like you spend a little bit of money. You could have put this into your movie, or you could have say, oh, what are you? But then I lose inspiration, I lose motivation, and the fact that this is my 5th convention in a row, and I have this. I like doing chains. I like being consecutive. I like making things. I like showing up. I like being part of it. I like contributing because eventually it will come back and pay me. So that's why I say it. Even business even pay me a lot. I'm just saying, like, I'm not talking about like money. It could be money, but it could pay me also like in like just people watching my movies and talking about it, or I want, or just whatever. It's like it's a community. I love listening to people's ideas and listening to their stories, and just man, Matthew Lillard has so many great stories, and you see the photos online, you're like, oh, I get it. And then it's Skeet Ulrich has like love or hate. Like they what do you call it? They say something like dumb, or they're just like, I met him a long time ago or whatever. Like, okay. and then or you hear everyone like bang his brains out, and you're just like, oh crap. It's like you just one or the other, like, nah, I don't want to meet him, or I really need to meet him. But you get to see those people and they inspire. So this gentleman that I met is a legendary producer, and I met him. I need to do things, but this gentleman I met is oh no, sorry, Sean Cunningham. This guy made Friday the 13th. Actually, let me talk about it off the top of my head. I'll just look him up real quick. But yeah, this guy's he's a straight shooter. Talks some straight game. Doesn't mess around. Shoots from the hip and doesn't not apologetic. He's just do what you got to do because he knows it takes time, and he knows like you said, your first movie is gonna suck. Your fourth movie is gonna suck. By your seventh movie, you'll probably get it. By your 10th movie, you'll probably understand it. And then when you read Bruce Campbell's books and you read how him and Sam Raimi did it, and you really get to be like, oh wow, you just got to do it. All right. So this is wow, he's got a huge IMDb. Let's see how far I get into this. It says here, like William Gradler, Oliver Hellman, or even Ed Wood, Sean S. Cunningham had a successful career of starting films cheap and fast. That's what I love about him. Kind of, like Kafka, like Lloyd Kafka. Originally from New York, Cunningham had a vast knowledge of directing films and came to Hollywood. He started about the same time as Wes Craven did. Cunningham meets Craven and decided to make a comedy romance film called Together, 1971. Then they both shocked the world with the grape and ultra violence of The Last House on the Left, and 1972. Craven directed the flick, and Cunningham financed and produced it. However, Cunningham wanted to get a mix of comedy and horror, and made a case for Full Moon Murderers, 1973. Then started other comedy films like Manny's Orphans, 1978, and Here Come the Tigers, 1978. Struggling in Hollywood, Cunningham saw John Carpenter's Halloween, 1978, and wanted to make a follow-up type of film, but would probably regret. Cunningham, sorry, my eyes are getting blurry. Cunningham brought Friday the 13th, 1980 into the cinema. Cunningham brought Friday the 13th, 1980 into the cinema in 1980. A year many of other horror films, Friday the 13th, 1980 was a shocking, gory, and violent film about camp counselors being slashed by a killer and had Betsy Palmer in the lead role. Little did Cunningham know that the Friday the 13th film would have never-ending sequels. Cunningham gladly avoided all of them, and Friday the 13th remains one of the most popular horror films in history. Instead, Cunningham wanted to make it big when he bought a best-selling novel to screen, Strangers Watching, 1982, with Rip Torn, but it was disappointment. Cunningham went downhill with the over-16 comedy Spring Break, 1983, The New Kids, 1985. Cunningham then produced House, 1985, and several of its sequels. Cunningham next started the World of Underwater Terrors of the Abyss, 1989, and was released. Cunningham did follow up called Deep Star 6. Oh, I love that movie, but it was flop. It's a good B movie. It's so good. However, it beat another 1989 underwater film, Lithurian, which is also good though. A box office receipts. Cunningham was finished with directing and moved on to producing films and teaching. He produced. Oh, no wonder he's so good at it. He produced House 3, The Horror Show, 1989, The Boys Back, 1993, and Friday the 13th. Last sequel, Jason Goes to Hell, 1993. Cunningham did yet another follow-up of Friday the 13th with Jason X, 2001. So he's the creator of Friday the 13th. Actually, Pamela Voorhees, but even he came back and did those. So after talking to him and him just giving him he's a teacher, he's giving a bunch of advice, and you just got to be like, wow, dude, this is so cool. So even when I just wanted to take a selfie because I wanted to match with the online stuff. But even at that, like I said, he has all this power of people to that is persuasion. He's just literally like helping you out, helping you get to where you need to be. So I got one, and as he's writing that, he's telling me, this is a photo of him when he was younger, and he's telling me, see that guy right there? He made a boatload of mistakes. Did he learn from him? Sure. Did he work it out? Sure. Did he keep going? Yeah. But guess what? He would have never known unless he made those mistakes. And he's like, quit trying to make your damn movie perfect. So he wrote it, and he goes, and as he's telling me, he goes, CJ, make your damn movie. And I was like, all right, I got you. So I'm working. We're doing Electronico Fantastico this week, this Friday. If anybody interested, it's going to be at Fallout Theater in Austin, Texas at 7 p.m. Tickets at falloutcomedy.com or Fallout Comedy ATX. And I got the lineup coming up. I got to write some stories tomorrow. I got to get ready for filming on Tuesday. I'll kind of try to bring you around, but if I can't bring you along with this thing, I'll try to just kind of keep it. I haven't asked about the streaming yet. I'll get onto it this week. JR was asking me about streaming it. He said he'd watch it. So let's think about it. For sure, I'll record it and I'll let you watch it. And I'll put the ads here because I'm leveling up. We're leveling up. So we'll see when I hit this thing in the morning. We talked about the movie store. I just think is also I was finding a way to put my movies. So we're gonna put my movies in here, but also put everybody else's movies in there as well. I already hit an hour. It was cool just talking. But just getting that advice, and this is from Texas Frightmare Weekend. It's if you like horror movies, I say go there and just kind of figure out what you like about it. It's I don't know. I still don't think it's that pricey. And they got some really great creative vendors this year. I felt so bad I didn't save up enough money. I like giving back to the community. I like helping small businesses, but I could only help out one this year. And I was like, man, I capped myself out. I was burnt out from my job, hurt my foot. I was limited. So it's like a lot of excuses, right? We have 1,001 excuses. Let's use them all. I just use them all again. I used to say, I used to have a good quote, and now I can't go back on that quote. But once I get back to doing shit, I want to get that quote back and running. It's a good quote, but I do have a quote to share from all of this. And before I jump into the last 2 minutes of the basketball thing, I'll say I started telling myself this. I said, until you, what did I say? The video, until you do it, you can't say it's done. But when it's done, you can say I don't know anymore. I'll have to write it. I wrote it down in my phone, but it's gonna take me forever to figure out where I put it. But basically saying that whether you do it or you don't do it, it's still got to be done. Once done, you can say you did it, and then you can move on to the next thing, something like that. But it's basically saying that whether regardless if you do it or you don't, you're right. You do it, and even because I'm also talking about like you can do a project and you need like 10 things to do and you can only use 7 because the other 3 you don't want to do, you don't want to learn, or there's whatever, or you're getting these half-ass projects. You really want to put into them. You want to put your time into them, and you want to focus on them, and it's your art. You want to give your viewers, your fans, whoever, the next artist, next generation. You want to give them something to aspire to, and also just like me as a producer, I met a producer about movies, and he's just like, just keep making your damn movies. Like, who gives a shit? Talking to Adam Green, keep making movies. When he said that, he goes, you got to keep making movies, make your movies, and people will watch them. And I'm like, thank you, man. You're right. Whether it's 10, 14 views or 100 views, they're gonna give you. So he's like, they're gonna watch it. And also like I'm not into this for the money, even though I learned a business aspect to it. But I want to just be free doing this. This is fun. This is great. So, but like I said, whether you do it or you don't, once done, you can say you did it, and then that's when the leveling up begins because you finally did it. You did it, and then when time passes, it's at least there's a time frame there where I did do this, right? Even the attempt, I didn't realize how the attempt weighs a lot. How the attempt really helps you doing this, and it's funny because I'm talking about spending money and going to these events like I'm a tourist or like a simp or something like that, but. Inspires me. So the whole thing I'm showing you. I learned this from Jason David Frank. I learned this from Power Ranger. I learned this from convention. I would have never learned this if I never did this. I would never have anything tangible to show so I can get called out on it. And I'm calling myself out. This whole journey, this 19 days, we're 2 days away from 21. I can't believe we're doing it. That's what I'm telling you. Once you start doing something, you just keep doing it. And no matter how bad it is, no matter like you start off like this and you suck at it and you just keep going, you suck. And then all of a sudden you go, okay, look, I can get this far, but it still sucks, but I get this far. So let's focus on it. What am I making? What am I doing? What am I creating? What am I doing? You just keep focusing on it. And this show, after 21 days, I'm going to keep going, but we'll call it something else or we'll see what it is. Maybe I don't. Maybe I take a break. Maybe I actually go work on something, or maybe I do find a way to do this. Maybe this isn't the 21 days thing I'm doing. Maybe it's just doing things for 21 days, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's focusing on an idea. But what I'm trying to say is as we get closer to 21 days, I'm not even looking at the subs anymore. And this is so internally me that you'll just be able to see what I'm doing when I'm reacting, saying the same thing, because letting some people down that like even convention people, they don't really know you, they're not your friends, but they share the same ideas that you, they share the same stuff, and you want to bring like Tom Savini. I won't even talk to him until I make a horror movie where I do blood scenes, because I talked to him twice, and it was just kind of like, I don't want to like waste his time. I want him to. He likes to be impressed. He likes to see people's work. He doesn't want to talk about anything. Just show him. So he wants to know how you what you did, and how you figure out. He'll look at it. He'll look at your thing and be like, "Oh, you use silicone here, and so you did that." And you're like, "Yeah, but how'd you get this?" Like, "Oh, Jello with this." Oh, ooh. That's the conversation I want to have with Tom Savini. So next year, he's always at the conventions. Hopefully, he'll be there. Hopefully, I'll be there. But hopefully, I'll have something to show him, because I am going to have something. I will do something. Because even with Sean Cunningham, like, just the budget we talked about for a movie that I can make with my Ty and JP, he's like, we had a little conversation. He was like, "Oh yeah, you want to do something like that? Yeah, do that." But also too, he's like already like, he was giving me advice on like how he would start right now if he was my age and what he was doing, and I was like, "Damn, that's deep, brother." Like, you look so far into the future, and you start looking at the patterns, and he's just never stops working. So that's pretty cool, man, to meet somebody like that. I just met him because I wanted to meet Jason, and at the time, like I said, I had money saved up for conventions. What happened in 2020, I saved up money from waiting tables and working on. I was like super hustling, so I saved a good chunk of money, and I was gonna do these conventions. I'd signed up for like, I don't know, I saved up for like 10, 11. I saved up. I was only gonna be like 4 or 5 people at the conventions. But once they canceled them, I had all the surplus of money, so I started learning how to do stocks, and then they had the meet and greet. So I would just buy everybody, because I was like, whatever. I'd saved like $120 to $140 budget for certain people, and the meet and greets were like $80. I was like, sure. And the signature is like 40. Sure, there it is right there. So some meet and greets like 40, 35, 50. Like the Adam Green was like $35. He's always cheap. He's affordable. The Clerks guys, Jeff Anderson was there, but like Scott, Marilyn, and Brian, you'll see when I post them that they're longer, because they're so affordable. They didn't ask a whole lot. But that's the convention. I didn't know I was going to hang out tonight. I just wanted to talk to people. I didn't know if anybody's really going to be here, but I've had a strong 2 to 3 to 4 people. I had sometimes 7 to 8 people at night, so that's cool. It's Sunday. It's already late. I'm already tired. I'm going to go straight, take a shower, go straight to bed, and then we're going to get to work in the morning, because tomorrow's a work day. We got 2 days left, and it is very important and it's very crucial. Also, I had issues with work on Friday, so it's going to carry over to Monday. So I got to prepare for that, but I didn't let that get to me. Like, I have such a mindless job. I shouldn't have issues like this, but it comes with the territory. It comes with the job. It comes if you decide to put that. It's my fault. So it all falls on me, because I'm choosing to do that, even though I know I want to do something else. So I don't know exactly how to make a living in that, but I got to find it and do it. And I'm figuring it out. And just the wonderful conversations, meeting these wonderful people, even in the hotel. The second time I stayed there, last year I met this gentleman named Bob White. He had cool ideas for horror movies. I don't want to let him down. So, I vaguely played a little phone tag with him this past year, because I've just been so busy. Also, like, I've told other people, I've been drinking, but I tell people, I'll put you in a movie, and I know I want them. I want to do it. So, I don't want to be a bullshit. I don't want to be fake. So let's do what I said I was going to do. That being said, I did actually show up. I had practice yesterday. I couldn't make it, but I showed up to the game today. I showed up a little late for practice, but like I said, they want us there at 10, or they want us there at 9. But the game was until 1, so I didn't even eat. They didn't feed us. They didn't give us anything. So it's like, it was a charity game, and that's why, because we got to put all the charity and fundraising. It was for ATX kids and Austin something kids. Sorry, but what do you call it? It's a charity, it's fundraiser, it's a basketball game. So yeah, the guys are taking it serious. Like, hey, we're gonna win this game, and we were up like 26 to like 8 or something, like 12. I mean, we were beating them. And this is the way I popped it off for the team. I had to get the first points in, or I got second points in, so I had to pop the lid off. But check this out. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see if I did this right. That was a 4-point play. And then they had that. You saw they're moving the monitors at the end, so they were doing the. They're letting the fans pick the free throw style. So like, one free throw was sitting down, another one was backwards, another one was a hook shot. I went first, and I said one handed. So I was joking around too. I was like, 'cause I can shoot. I'm ambidextrous. I play with both hands, And my left hand's actually more accurate than my right on anything inside the three. And the route beyond the three, my right's my shoe looks a little bit more heavy, but I go with the left. What do you call it? I broke my hand when I was younger, so I had to just use my left hand. And I also have a whole bunch of stories about basketball. But my coach Muraida was he had me I was a freshman practicing with varsity, so sometimes for freshman practices, like I would just be there with them. And then I was playing the freshman games too, so it's kind of confusing. But he told me I can't really like depend on you all the time, so I want to make sure you're always like just in case I have to lose you. So I'm gonna have you be the starter on the B team, and you could only use your left hand. And it was a whole thing. I was like, what the hell? But it trained me. Like I only got 2 turnovers like twice, and that was it. The first 2 I never did it again with the right, because you can only dribble with your right hand once. So it's like all day with your left. You can bring it right. You gotta bring it one, bring it back. So if you that's good. But if you do left, it's like 1, 2, it's turnover, like instant turnover. I did that twice. I said, I can't let my team down. So stuff like that. So when I even said I got shoot with one hand. I was joking around. I go, what do you want me to shoot with my left? I told the audience, you want me to shoot my right? You want me to shoot my left? Which hand? And then one of the guys was like, shoot with your dominant hand. Shoot your right. I go, actually, I'm better with my left, dude. Free throws for sure. I could hit more with my left. And he goes, oh, well, whatever, man. And I was like, dude, take chill. It's a charity game. So I did it. I played around. I made the free throw. So I had a 4-point play. So it was awesome. My Sean Marion, that thing. That's how we started the game. So, I mean, it was already like the 2-pointers. So we had a 6-0, and then it just like onslaught all the way. But this isn't the first time I've done this. We know we've done this. This is 2 seasons ago. AGBO. We got AGBO starting soon. Buzzer beater. I like that's the only thing I miss about high school basketball. You get 4 quarters. Outside, I've just been playing college rules outside high school, but 4 quarters you get 4 buzzer beaters minimum. So hey, I like the hoop. I'm a hooper, but I'm already getting older, and I'm also saying this because those times are the windows. I feel like getting smaller because I'm getting exhausted. My body's getting sore. I got to stretch. Like I got to stretch really. That's like crazy. If you hit 40 and just like hit me again, like just like time. So I want to make sure I rest and take care of my body. I don't want to look all crazy and haggard, and I don't want to get hurt playing basketball because it's like the last thing I want to do. I did get hurt playing basketball, but it wasn't from basketball. It was from stress. I got a stress fracture. I don't know if they're correlated, but that's what I feel like I got. And I had my plantar fasciitis, which feels like a broken foot. So like I feel like I'm scared to go running again, but I feel like I can do it again. I need to start getting back to running. This is another thing what I want to do moving forward from here on. I want to add health into this. I want to add exercise and stuff daily, even if it's not like a lot or crazy or weights or anything. I want to get back. I'm older. Like I don't want to tip to the side too much. I want to be right down the middle again. Take care of myself. But I got a lot of writing to do tomorrow morning. Got to get back up. So if you guys want to come back, cool. If not, see you Tuesday. But Tuesday will be the 21st day of doing something 21 days in a row. Did I gain more followers? Probably not as much as I thought I would. Did I have I learned something? Yes. Is this journey been going on? Yes. Is this definitely a hero's journey? Yes. Are we leveling up? Yes. Are we going to get a job in our field? Yes. If we can't get a job in our field, we're going to create our own field. So that's what we're doing. We're making a field right now. We're doing what we can to bring this thing to life. Check this out. I totally forgot. I'll leave this. I forgot I had this in here. This is Rose Hahn. That she goes, yeah, my name's like Goldie Hahn, Rose Hahn. See, I met this lady online in Texas Frightmare, I think 2021. I think that one. So check this out. She's got some words of wisdom, but I'm going to hang up after this. I'll say goodbye.
People who have mental illnesses often go to conventions first and foremost to find like-minded people. Whether it's their niche of, like here at Texas Frightmare Weekend, they like horror movies. Or they're looking for other people like them because they usually hide away. They hide behind their computers. They hide behind books. But here they don't have to hide. They can wear a mask, and it's okay. Because everybody's in one way or another, whether it's metaphorically or an actual mask.
Yeah.
but they don't feel left out anymore. And they start talking, oh, I'm bipolar. Dude, so am I. And they just click and hit it off, and now they've got friends. They've got a network of friends. After a few years, they've got friends all over the world. And when you have that stigma of a mental illness, you often feel alone, isolated. But here you're not alone. Here you're not isolated. You are with a whole world of people who love you for who you are, as you are. And it's like a whole microcosm of safety, security, and friendship. That's why they do conventions.
I appreciate it.
That's why they get into things that have conventions. Because they know that's where they can make some friends. And even have relationships, romantically.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
I appreciate it.
Dude, I haven't heard that in a minute. Like, that's so cool. Like, so now doing that for 2021 and we're in 2024 and 3 years later looking back and reflecting, it's like, yeah, it's like I do. I'm fighting my friends. I'm away from my family. That's another thing. I don't like being away from my family that long. So it's like I can't do it that long. So I have to come right back. That's a big reason why it's like I usually short those stay because I just like if I take them with me, I can stay longer and they're with me and we're hanging out. Then I'm not really at the convention, or like or I'm not with them, but I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about them. So that's so beautiful. It's like you could be yourself, and I feel like I find myself at these conventions. I feel like at any of them I go, finding people that like the thing that you like to. So I always encourage people to go where you feel like you need to go. And if you get there and it's tough and it's not encouraging, but you know you need to be there, make your presence felt, or shut up and sit down and learn, and make yourself valuable to the asset, to the community. And then they have to force them to make you go up, but you have to show up first. You have to be there. I would have never done all this. I would have never found all this. I don't know where the hell I would be if I didn't start doing conventions. Now, this is helping me really understand who I am because I've taken all these classes. I've worked in a lot of other fields. I've sold stuff. I've done whatever. Now trying to focus and harness it all in one area. Video store makes a lot of sense to me. Why I would do that. Why I need it. So we're doing a June 1st launch. I've already told everybody, and there's a lot of people already went to the Facebook page and they're ready for it. So I'm gonna have that this week and I guess a few more days after that. Because what do we have? Like less than 12 days for the rest of the month. So let's focus a little bit more towards the end of starting Wednesday because I still got the podcast we're doing. The Wait That Didn't Kill Me podcast. What we have to do is I'm doing that. So that's another thing I love doing, podcasting and just setting it up and getting it going. But just we gotta keep going. We gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep moving. It was one thing if it'd be out here if I was playing and I could see myself crying and like whining and being like, oh, I don't know what to do. I know exactly what the hell I need to do. I'm just bringing you along for the journey. And the video store we're gonna open it. It's gonna for a lot of me at first, but then slowly but surely we'll start getting people show up, and then we'll have other artists come in because I did talk to 5 artists, and I think I found a niche. Figured something out, guys. Figured something out. Can't share it, but you're gonna see me do it. I figured it out. I figured out the key. So there's some multiple keys, but I was like, this key I like, and this is what I've been selling it on. So we're gonna do the movie store. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna have stories. Once we do story time, I'm gonna need feedback. So always feel free to comment, say something, make sure it's relevant. If not, or just tell me how you're doing. Also, I'm always looking for feedback. What people are doing these days, what they're working at. One conversation I had, one guy, I go, man, I work at a damn company that's just like a corporate company. He goes, man, don't worry, dude. I work at a liquor store, man, and I like to do art. And I was like, shit, yeah, that's awesome, dude. He's like, I go, you're guaranteed Sunday off. He goes, yeah. So that's when I like to fuck around. But when I'm at work, I'll just draw if I have to. And I was like, that's awesome, dude. Like, that's so cool, And then another guy I were 2 guys who worked at the liquor store. And another guy was like, they both told me the same damn thing. Don't worry about it. And it's just such a, like, hey, I work at a liquor store. And I was like, I work for this company. And like, oh, yeah, we do that. I know them. I was like, oh, crap. But it was good to know that, like, I'm not alone and we're on the same boat. But didn't think I was going to go this long. It's already 11. I got to get to bed. I got to take a shower. Thank you for hanging out. Going to be doing this in the morning. And we'll keep going. We got 2 more days. So let's at least get to the end of this phase. And we'll figure out where we're going to go beyond that. But you can tell I have something. Or maybe, I don't know. I feel like I can tell that I'm on something. I'm going to work towards something. I got something. I got some goals. I got targets. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go, and I know what I want. I've seen what I want to do. I've seen the people do what I want to do, and I want to do it. We're doing it, and this has been fun for me. I didn't even realize how much I was going to enjoy this. I think about everybody now. I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up. Gotta get this show going. I got things to talk about. I gotta make these things valuable. I gotta go. There's something to this, because I mean, I might not do Texas Frightmare again next year. You never know. Or I might go. I might go, and it might just be a vendor. I might have to work the whole time. That's what I want to do. So I might not have the same experience that I'm having now, because right now it's definitely the fanboy, but it might evolve into something else. We'll see. We've started doing things. We're going to keep doing them. I got to write my jokes tomorrow. I have been working on jokes though. I have been writing jokes. I got 4 new jokes, and I'm going to say them on stage tomorrow. So I got to iron them out tomorrow. So I'm going to write 10 jokes. We're just going to stick to this plan, just 10 jokes. And then we're just going to say the 10 jokes. And then after that, whatever time I have, I'll riff. And then, so if I get the 10 jokes in 2 minutes and then the 2 minutes to riff, I'll do that. But I want to keep it at 10, because sometimes I'll just keep writing all my ideas, and because I feel like it's connect them and segue, but I don't practice them enough. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow morning. Peace.